Hello there, Mary Olk here to talk to you about why you need a coach. I mean it, you need a coach. So do I, though. I can't imagine facing these challenging times without a coach. And that's one of the things I want to start with. These are challenging times. In fact, for me, these are some of the most challenging times I've experienced in my life. One of the podcasters I was listening to lately talked about how this moment in time is like when that cue ball on the pool table hits that triangle of balls and the balls go flying out in all kinds of directions and we're not exactly sure where they're going to go or what's going to happen, that we're in that kind of environment with that unexpected change. Another thing that helps me understand why times are so challenging right now is this picture. This is an illustration from Eric Teller of Google X, who talked about how our times, the world is changing faster than our human capacity to adapt. And we're right here in this time right now where our ability to adapt is not a match to the changes that that are happening in the world. And I'm sure you can think of examples in your own life and work of problems that you're facing now that you've never faced before. One of the examples in my industry is when the pandemic hit and we had to go move all of our experiential in-person learning we had to move it to a virtual platform. How do we create meaningful, engaging, experiential learning when we're on a screen? So that was one. And more recently, one of the changes that's happened in my industry is that AI, artificial intelligence, has now become a thought partner for many people. And so it's now a competitor that I've never had to compete with before. And that's part of what I need to do. I've never faced that before, and I'm facing it now in my work and what I'm doing. So the impact of this discrepancy, you could probably think of, or the words that many people use are like, it's very stressful, it's chaotic, it's turbulent, it's unpredictable, and hard. And you can see that in our world, you can see that in our workplace, you can see it in our culture, but the really place that we see it, or I feel it personally, is inside of me. That stress of the demands of this time really exceeding the resources that we have creates an internal experience of high alert, of always having to struggle to find what's right. And we're in that sort of cycle of reactivity that creates in me self-doubt, a lack of confidence, and that stress level goes up. And when that is activated, when we're on that high alert, reactive spiral, we really can't make decisions or respond in a creative, proactive way. We're caught in that triggered by fear cycle of reactivity, and we can't. Our sympathetic nervous system is driving the bus. So, how is coaching an answer to that? Well, it always helps to look at my shorthand definition on the wall. The very first thing that coaching helps with is awareness. It's awareness of that cycle of reactivity, of the thoughts or the beliefs or the patterns or the habits that create that reactive cycle, that activate our sympathetic nervous system and keep us in that spinning reactive cycle. So that awareness of how I'm actually creating or adding to it, but also awareness of what is outside of my control. So what's inside of my control, what's outside of my control. The other part of awareness that coaching creates is an awareness of our strengths and our capacity for adaptability, for resilience, for being creative. And so that's where the action part comes in, is by becoming aware of our strengths and the stressors that we create, we can actually begin to create meaningful action steps to leverage our strengths, to help build our resilience, to help build the resourcefulness so that we can respond in a creative and respectful way, powerful way. And the accountability piece of coaching is that compassionate self-assessment. Am I moving in the direction I want to go? Am I making the changes that really are helping me to be more creative, more resourceful, more responsive? Am I able to make the decisions or respond more from a powerful, wise, compassionate place? So that's how coaching helps. Action, awareness, action, and accountability. So you need a coach. You need a coach to tap into your brilliance, your resourcefulness, so that you can leverage your talent, your privilege, your passion to respond, to create a less stressful environment, a less stressful world, to make the world a better place. The world is not slowing down. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty confident the world is not slowing down. And so I would love to invite you to hire a coach. You need a coach to help you create that internal resourcefulness so that you can lead in the world with confidence, with clarity, and creativity. So I would love the opportunity to coach you, but I may not be the right coach for you. I can help you find the right coach. You need a coach. Mary@CoachOak.com. Send me an email and let's see how you can build your own resilience and resourcefulness starting today.